Hey folks, Ralph with Stray Benzes here. In today's episode, we're digging into the instrument cluster and repairing broken gears. Yeah, that is definitely an interesting one for a couple of reasons. I show you what was left of the gears that I found, and for the SDA, I can give you a little hint of like where to get the gears and what the ratios are. But here are a couple of helpful hints in fixing the odometer. Here is the cluster taken out. There's another video on the channel how to remove it from the car. You take these 4 screws out here. You take this wire out of the holder in the back here and here. Be careful, these are usually loose. You can see this one is quite crispy over the years. Got very hot. Who knows if they had the right light bulbs in it. Yeah, so you take this whole cluster out. Be careful that you don't nudge and push the needle or the dial. On the back here, you have four or 5 screws that you loosen, and you take a little bit more difficult taking it out by hand, but I do that when I have the camera on the stand. Okay, so be careful because this little metal here usually hangs up on that pin. There you go. And there is a let me get a screwdriver. See this little tab here that holds the board in. So you need to dislodge that one, and then you can take this out. Looks nice and crispy. Be careful, it's almost 40-year-old plastic. There are also a couple of spacers here in the back that I already took out. Don't forget to put these back. They go around these, so make sure that you hold those back. Yeah, and then there's one screw here, 1 screw there. You take this out, and it's usually these gears that I'm taking out right here. This is the wrong one. For the SDA, this gear here has to have 15. It has to have 15 inner teeth, not 13. These here have 13 and 48 on the outside. And they are usually busted. And this one is the one, the drive motor. It has, the original one has a brass bushing in it. Let's see if I still have it. No, but what you do is you take the gear usually crumbles, and then you have access to the brass bushing. And what you do is you take a side cutter like this one, and you pinch that brass bushing really hard, and that will loosen that up, and you can pull that off, because otherwise it is in there, and doing anything with brute force in here is not a good idea. Make sure that these gears are easily movable, and then you get to reassemble. Here's the one with the 15 minute. That's the one that we need right here, the one with the tit sticking up. You can see that I already put the new light bulbs in. I love LEDs. So you put this one in first. See how that starts counting? Then this gear. There you go. With that gear in place, just give it another spin. So that works. And then you can put the cover back on. And if you did it right, this sits nice and flush. Put the two screws back in. Don't forget the spacers, reassemble, and then clean up the cluster from the inside before you put it back, because otherwise you'll kick yourself. All right. So here's the finishing touch on putting the screws back in. Also, hint, if you can see that the speed indication works, but this doesn't count. That's usually the true indicator of the gears being busted. So we're ready to put this back. And here's what's left of the gears. They were so crumbly. I mean, they are almost like toothpaste. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So now we can put these back. Put these in. There we go. One more. Yep, that was bound to happen. We'll do it upside down then. There we go. Really careful. There you go. See, that little thing, that little tab. Don't yank on this board without pulling this up first on the way out. And here you just heard it click. And now we can put our screws back in here. Helps to elevate it, because don't put it down on anything. You don't want to screw up your cluster. All right, you get the idea. Now we're gonna take the rest off here, because I'm gonna clean the inside of the cluster. So that's usually done by loosening these. That's that one. All right, a little bit of convincing. That one is really, really, really stuck. Wow. What the heck? All right. Yeah. Helps to not forget the one screw here. This is the one that also needs to come out. There we go. Now I can get all of this off and looked at. And now the same for this side. That's never good. Don't know where the heck that came from, but that's not good. So we'll investigate where that little plastic piece might have come from. All right. Now we can clean the inside. These are usually schmutzed up on the inside as well as on the outside. I use this. That is the best glass cleaner, period. It's safe on all surfaces. You spray a little bit of that in there and take a lint-free cloth and then clean this out. Because most of the time you have everything together, you look at it and it's like, ah, crap, there's all kinds of stuff stuck on the inside. Once that is clean, you reassemble everything in the reverse order, and your cluster is ready to go back into the car. All right, so I cleaned the inside. Outside, it is spotless. And what I've done now is I'm using just a little bit, ever so slight amount of Invisble Glass, and I'm using a cloth that doesn't have lint on it, and you can already see that this side is nice and clean, and ever so slightly hit it up and clean it up. And there's an unbelievable amount of schmutz on these. So that's amazing how nice that turns out. And this doesn't have chemicals in it that hurt the numbers, the color. So now I just need to advance this enough so that the numbers aren't going to be in the way. There we go. A little more. All right. Let that dry, and this looks so much fresher. I know some of you like to also touch up on the dials, on the arms, but I'm not going to go do that on this one. I don't have the right color here anyway, but this looks already so much better. Can't wait for that to go in. You'll repeat that with the three dials, and then we're ready to reassemble it. All right, one last thing I did is change out this display. One of these days I'm gonna just get the LCDs because usually the displays, the control part is actually good. It's usually the LCDs that go kaput. Put all the screws back in, and we have a really nice looking clean cluster that now will work again.